scary. However, later on people discovered that those long spiny teeth are actually only good for seizing and spearing prey, which they swallow whole. They're not good for biting chunks or ripping flesh, like say the triangular serrated teeth of a great white shark.
Isn't that awesome?
So really we're at no danger from the grey nose sharks at all, because they can only swallow their prey whole. So they're really going for smaller to medium-sized fish that they can swallow whole. So they got hunted because they thought they were man-eaters. Also, like all sharks, grey nurses have a very oily liver. Now this oily liver acts as a buoyancy or flotation device for the shark, but the oil source is a really good source of vitamin A. So people actually used to eat shark liver oil for a good dietary source of vitamin A. Also, the oil was used as a fuel source and fuel burning lamp, so that's one of the reasons they were hunted. Another was for their meat, and another was for their skin. Now why on earth would you want shark skin, you wonder? Shark skin feels really coarse, like sandpaper. So what fishermen and divers used to do, once they caught these sharks, or any shark for that matter, they would actually skin them, dry out the skin, and use this shark skin sandpaper, that's called shargreen, to sand down the decks of their wooden ships. So in the past, the grey-nose shark did have a number of uses to hunters. However, now it is heavily protected. In Western Australia, if you are found with any of the meat, the liver, the skin of a grey-nose shark, you will individually be fined up to $25,000. In New South Wales, that fine figure increases to $200,000. That's how protected these shark species are. But as you can see, they are a very aquarium-friendly species of shark. It's quite safe for people to dive into the water with them, but they look nice and scary with those teeth and those big stocky bodies. Okay guys, you might be lucky enough to see one of our 2 loggerhead turtles swimming around the tank too. If you can't, have a look in the caves or on the sandy bottom around the exhibit. They have been fed this morning, and so it could be that they're just chilling out on the bottom, digesting their lunch. Now with the turtles, if you do see one that's lodged itself into one of the caves, don't be alarmed. It's certainly not sick and it's not dead. What it's doing is just holding its breath, hanging out in the cave for a while. They can hold their breath for up to 20 to 30 minutes, so they're quite happy doing that for a while. When they need to take another big deep breath of air, they'll simply swim to the surface, take a few deep breaths, and swim back down to the bottom again. If you are lucky enough to see one swimming around, and you see that thick neck and head, you can see how they get their name of loggerhead, because the neck somewhat resembles a log. And they are the second largest